I'm saying, are you willing to take on that challenge?
We have. Guy, that nigga fucking cooks for you every day. And he's trying to spend time with you. But you know he could be going home this Sunday.
But there are some things that you do.
Because I'm not perfect.
Yes, you are not perfect.
You start thinking about me, and then you open your eyes, you might see a Sooj.
I'm not in control of other people's intentions and motives, so.
Kassia told Ozee that there are things he does in the house that she does not like. That she would like to have a conversation with him, but not now. Even though Ozee started, begging her like, let's just talk, let's have it now. And she said no, being that other housemates were around, that this conversation will happen later. And Ozee then turned to Kassia and told Kassia, well, I know I'm not perfect, so definitely I'm open to conversations like this. And you should remember as well that you're not perfect, and nobody's perfect too. Well, Ozee at the same time told Kassia to please try and tell him tomorrow. And even though you're not perfect, that he knows deep down that you're a good person. It's just that people misunderstood you in this house. And Kassia was like, exactly. Because even Ben had that same conversation with her on how she should lighten up a bit. That she's too uptight and one can't even tell her mood. And Ozee said, I know you're a sweet person, you're just misunderstood. And Kelly Ray, who was sitting by, added his voice saying, even me too, that in fact, mine is even the worst. Well, I know this conversation Kassia will be having with Ozee no go past the way Ozee was yelling, shouting at Kelly Ray during the Adano milk presentation, during the charade. Ozee kept on saying, waiting this guy they act now, waiting this guy like. Meanwhile, Kassia and Victoria tackled him immediately like, why are you talking like that? Don't talk to him like that, So I guess it will be regarding his body language during task. Although Victoria told us immediately that she felt that you were not happy that you were in the same group with them in that Dano milk task. And Ozee was like, how? Why won't I be happy that Kelly Ray has been winning throughout this week? So why shouldn't I be happy to be in a group with Kelly Ray? Meanwhile, I and Kassia even worked together in a previous task this week that we were the first runner-up. So why would I not be happy that I was in the same team with you guys? Well, let's move to Onyeka's. So Onyeka in the kitchen told Nelly, why are you stressing Sooj? Why is you making him walk up and down just to make you happy? I know you leave off your guys crying for you, but come on now. This guy has been cooking for you for the past how many weeks? And Nelly said, am I hungry? Am I not a chef? Did I tell anyone I need food? And Onyeka then said, yes, I know you're a chef, but come on now, this guy has tried for you. And remember, he might be going tomorrow. And I'm like, Onyeka, which kind of talk be this one again? We all know, yes, they are up for possible eviction, but you saying he might be going tomorrow, but saying it on that note, I know the message you want to pass is, spend more time with him so that in case, if tomorrow anything's up, you know that the both of you had a nice time. But saying it so straight, like, you might be going home tomorrow. Well, Onyeka told Nelly that she does not even know Sooj again. That when they entered this house, Sooj came as a guy, man, and all of a sudden, my guy is whipping breakfast, changed to something else that I can't even say. Well, Onyeka then asked Nelly, but what is the problem? Is it that you're waiting to see what it would look like outside of here or what? And Nelly kept telling Onyeka, you know the problem. Even when Onyeka said, I don't know, Nelly kept saying, you know the problem. Speaking of the outside world, Sooj as well called Nelly to have a conversation with her based on anything fits up tomorrow. So Nelly said she doesn't know what the outside world holds for them. And Sooj is telling Nelly it's not even about the outside world. It's about, are you ready to take up this challenge? That whatever comes out of it, even when they are out, you will stand with it. And Nelly said yes. And Sooj had to ask again. And Nelly said yes again. And he said, then show me something. Show me something, because so many things are not aligning. And it's not from my own end. The uncertainty is from your own side. So show me something. Tell me something to back up what you just answered now. And Nelly was like, something like what? And Sooj said, you know what I'm talking about. I've talked about it so many times. So me telling you again, I will sound like a broken record. And Nelly was like, okay, please, I know you've said it before, but remind me. And so he said, you telling me to remind you means you actually know what I'm talking about, Show me something, tell me something to prove that you're willing to take up this challenge and risk. Well, the Mbadiwe twins coming into the kitchen, seeing the position Nelly and Sooj was at the point was like, are you trying to make some explanation? Nelly, didn't you just see what happened in the afternoon? That Ben, seeing his fellow man and had to scream. Do you know what it means for your fellow man to see what you've got and scream? So in case you missed it, this evening Nelly and Sooj was in the shower, and Ben for some reason went in, and on seeing Sooj's stuff, you know what I'm talking about, Sooj's joystick, Ben screamed. So the housemates were like, why is Ben screaming on seeing his fellow man's, joystick? Well, they were just, while I actually found that weird, the housemates, the guys are saying, oh, do you know what it means for your fellow guy to see your joystick and scream? That it means, the person is charming and all that, although I find it very weird. But then here they are telling Nelly that, you know what it means. That means you don't even know what you have, trying to a kind of ginger and boost Sooj's morale. Well, Ozee said Sooj reminds him of his younger self, although he wish he had done a lot of things like Sooj is doing now when he was younger. And with Sooj, that when they entered into this house, he expected so many things from Sooj. That with Sooj, they say looks are deceiving, but with Sooj, is deceiving our looks. They were expecting Sooj to be this Osama Bin Laden uptight guy, only for Sooj to turn into lover boy, making breakfast, loving up, and all that. And it's something he admires about him, that it just reminds him of himself. That in fact, when you're defining Ozee and you're trying to find a picture to attach to it, one can even use Sooj. Now, something happened. So after the housemates had gone upstairs to bed, Ocee started advising Ozee. But this time around, they were speaking in quotes. And Ocee told Ozee that, I think you're beginning to pay more attention and give time to your investments. So tell me why these guys were talking about their friendship in the house and they were using the word investments. Like, come on. Well, Ozee told Ocee that it just dawned on him that his investment can wake up one day and just switch up and everything will become again. That he just realized that. And Ocee told him, and you have yourself to blame because you fueled it up until this moment. That with his investment with Chizoba, can such a thing even arise? Can such a narrative even come up? But you made yours to be this exact way that things are beginning to pop up from it. And he now also told Ozee, and this is not the first time something like this is happening, that you had a similar experience to this in Joburg. And Ozee said, no, that with Joburg, he knew nothing. He was just in the dark floating. But with what was happening in the house, that he knows what's going on. And Ozee said, trust me, you don't know shit. You can only tell from your own angle. But with a house like this, biggest house, you don't know anything. You don't know what the other person has in mind. Well, Ozee is still telling him, I know what I'm saying, and Ozee maintained that you do not know shit. And in fact, Ozee said, well, he doesn't want to continue with this conversation because having this convo can even result to more things. I guess they were now referring to the camera because at this point, the camera was so interested in this conversation. And Ozee said, well, no need discussing about all these things, but trust me, you know nothing. Moving on, Anita did so well in taking care of Didi, that's Topher. She even collected one microphone infringement from Biggie in the course of her caring for Topher. And it's just as if she knew when she was telling Topher not to take more drinks when Ben, wanted to pour a drink and Topher agreed like, well, give me more drinks. Even Anita was telling Ben, no, stop. That anything beyond this guy will not be able to function. He might even throw up on himself and mess the restroom up. But here is Topher saying, oh, give me more drink. And now he can't even move. Anita is literally like his caregiver, making sure he sleeps well tonight. Anyways, the bedu was late and the after effects late as well, because tell me why TJ and Onyeka is sleeping in the couch and Handy also slept in what's it called, the closet, after solving the whole Wani versus Sean's matter. She just went there to cool her head and dozed off. So that's all that happened after the Saturday night bedu. Remember, this is part 2 video. Do well to go to my channel and watch the first video of things that happened. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Happy Sunday and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
You live off this vibe. No, like when your men are crying for you. Is it like
Human being that at any given moment can change from real life to a game.